Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Cinnamon Stitches. I am your yarn host, Jennifer, and today there's going to be a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Who's afraid of the big purple cat? I don't know. I don't know. It's early in the morning. Something in my brain has cracked, and we have left planet Earth, okay? We just have. Oh, Cinnamon Stitches has had a week and a half last week. Matter of fact, there was one day last week, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to decide to make this a Sunday or a Saturday video, or it's going to be a Tuesday video. So whatever day you're seeing this on, I'm recording it on Friday the 5th of September, 2025. That's what I'm doing. My daughter brought me this amazing lip stuff, and I can smell it on my lips. It's so good. If you have a Bath & Body Works near you, because they're releasing some of the fall scents, and they just released a Villains collection, which I'm not a big fan of the way the Villains collection smells, but oh, some of the Evil Queen and Maleficent merchandise is so stinking cool. Anyway, this is from Bath & Body Works. I'm not promoting them. I have a lot of their products, okay? I do. But it's the Caramel Apple Lip Mask. All right, come on. Now, I am a apple girl, not a pumpkin spice girl, okay? I like pumpkin pie just fine. My husband makes the best pumpkin pie I've ever had. He even makes it gluten-free so that I can have a slice, but I'm an apple girl. I grew up on hot apples. My mom has this amazing hot apple recipe. I'll get back to that in a second. This stuff smells and tastes delicious, and it makes your lips all pretty. So, there's that. But I get to smell it. That's why I brought that up. So, apples, okay. So, my mom's hot apple recipe, she used to cook it on the stove. I cook it in the crock pot just because less work. You know, I don't have to sit there and babysit it. You peel and slice your apples, depending on what kind of apples you like the best. Granny Smith or hardier apples will hold up better, but I like to do a blend of apples because just to get the different flavors, you know. And you slice them. It's kind of like the hot apples at Cracker Barrel, but oh, my mom's hot apples were so much better because she made everything just a little bit extra, you know. She would make French toast, and she would not just batter the French toast in like eggs. She did what she called custard toast. And so she would make like a custard base and dip the French toast in that, and then cook the French toast on the pan. And what she put is, I can't eat it anymore because I can't eat gluten. I've never supposed to be able to eat gluten my entire life. I've always been sick from it, but we didn't know that till I was in my 40s. She would put in a bowl eggs, sugar, flour, vanilla, and a heavy dose of cinnamon. And you stir it up, and it will be kind of lumpy. I don't know why, but the flour just never seems to really like dissolve into the eggs. And I don't know why that is. And you coat your bread in it, and then you put it in a lightly greased pan or something. You want to come to work? Bentley wants to come to work. The French toast was so sweet and flavorful, you didn't need to add syrup. And her hot apples were kind of the same. She also added vanilla to her hot apples. So you peel and you slice the hot apples, or the apples, whatever variety you want to cook with, okay? Some apples are better for cooking, some are better for eating because they're either mealy or they break down too easily. Black pepper, black pepper, zero sugar, blackberry Dr. Pepper. So, oh, that tastes really fake today. I had a real Dr. Pepper yesterday because my sugar was real low because I haven't been eating. And I know, I've been sick. My stomach has been real messed up. So I had a real Dr. Pepper yesterday. Did not affect my sugar. Like, it did not. And it tasted so differently. And now coming back to that tastes weird. What was I saying? Hot apples. Okay. Peel, slice your apples. I put them in the crock pot. She cooked them on the stove. Put a little bit of, coat them in a little bit of cornstarch just so that the liquid that creates from cooking them isn't real runny, it causes like an apple pie filling situation, and you coat it in sugar. You can also use Splenda. Splenda works. I'm a diabetic. I substitute sugar for Splenda all the time. Cinnamon, as much or as little as you like, and vanilla. And you can add a little bit of butter if you want. You can add like a 1/4 cup of water if you want, but a lot of times the sugar and the apples will react and it will cause them to, is the word macerate? It causes them to fluid, you know, the fluid will come out of the product. Cover in the Crockpot, cook it for maybe 2 hours on low, probably not even that. Or you can put it on the stove on low, but you gotta babysit it and keep it covered. Yeah, my mom's hot apples. I haven't made them since I don't think I've made them in at least 2 years, because last year my daughter she went on a date to the apple orchard and brought home hot apples, and I showed her how to make my mom's hot apples. And her boyfriend loved them, and I think they're probably going to do that again this year, so maybe I'll get some more fresh picked apples. Can you grab mommy a bushel or a peck? We did not come here to talk about apple recipes. There's another recipe that I have that I used to make, but I haven't made it in years. I don't even know. I probably could convert it into gluten-free, but the way I used to make it. I actually have a Pinterest with some of my recipes on it, but it's so old I don't even know if I could find it. It was caramel apple no-bake cheesecake, and I made this recipe, I don't know, 15 years ago. The girls were all real little, and I would buy a box of no-bake cheesecake, and I would kind of prepare it as on the box, but instead of putting cherry filling or whatever that they put on in the box, I would do the graham cracker layers, and then I would make hot apples with caramel mixed in, and I would put that layer on top. This is why I'm a diabetic, okay? Actually, no, potatoes are the reason I'm diabetic, because, like, I'm not a big sweet eater, but potatoes are life. They're the one food that has never made me sick. Ever. I've never been sick from a potato, okay? Until I got diabetes, and then now I can't eat them as much. Very rarely does a potato come into my mouth and, like, come on. Alright, so anyway. Graham cracker crust, the caramel apple. I diced the apples real small. I cooked them the same way I cooked the hot apples, cinnamon and all. And then I mixed in some caramel, and I put that layer down, and then I put the cheesecake layer on top of it. Now, you can also add extra and add that on top. Don't cook the hot apples till they're through all the way cooked. Even though it's not a no-bake cheesecake, the texture of like a little bit of the crunch still left in the apples really adds to the cheesecake. You will thank me. Now, I'm sure I could still make that recipe gluten-free. I will not. I might be able to make it diabetic friendly too if I use the sugar-free caramel sauce that they have in the ice cream aisle, because that stuff is so good. It still has a lot of carbs in it because it's caramel, but it's not, it's way lower than normal caramel. I might make that for the kids and have a piece, because that would be delicious. I'm being a fat girl today. I literally have barely eaten in 3 days, so I'm just being a fat girl, okay? I got a little bit of Happy Meal here. I'm going to share that, and then we're going to go to Michael's. I mean, I already went, but we're going to pretend that we're going together, and then we'll come back home, and we'll look at what I bought together. Okay? Jen! She's so excited. She actually, this is from Ange. She actually messaged me and let me know that she sent me what she was sending me, so I knew this was coming. This is so pretty. I can't thank you enough. Oh, bedtime reading for later, teehee, and there's a note in here. It says, thanks for all you do. You're the best, Ange. So I will read that. And do I have to read it at bedtime, or can I read it when I'm done with the video? She sent me highlighter tape. Now, she sent me all of the colors. There's yellow. Well, that's kind of an apple green. Well, slime green maybe? Pink? Apple green. L'orange. That's orange. Blue. And purple. And she said what I need to do is use this on my patterns because I have not done any crocheting this week. None. I don't think I've crocheted in a minimum of 5 days. I think the last time I picked up a crochet hook was Sunday and today's Friday, and that to me is weird and a little bit scary, but life is just doing what it's doing. It's doing the dang thing, okay? Now, let me find a pattern. The reason she sent this to me is because I was talking about, and I really wish I had worked on this week. This was one of my goals. Maybe I still have time. I mean, it's still Friday in my world, so I might still have time to work on that maybe today. I do have some errands to run today, but we're going to see. So she said what she wanted me to do is use this tape to mark not only the pattern, but the graph. I really need to print the graph in, come on, where's the edge? I need to print the graph in color. There we go. There's the word color. Can't find the edge. Where is the edge at? Okay, come on. Pick a different color. There it is. Alright, I'd use the pink. Can't find the green edge. Alright, so this is highlighter tape. It looks real solid color here. You take it and you mark whatever line you're on. And it helps you keep track where you're at in the graph. Fully removable, right? Or if you're on the word part, and by the way, this is movable and reusable. So you can either highlight the section you're on or highlight just below the section you're on. And then you can keep reusing your paper pattern. And these are restickable, like, post-it notes. And she told me she was sending me that. So, it's also that time of year. By the way, thank you so much for these, Ange. Ange is in Olympia, Washington. Super, super excited to have those. I'm actually putting them straight in there. Now, I went to Walmart. Pick up prescriptions, see what they had going on. Always check the clearance aisle when we're there because my son loves clearance and he loves hunting for technology or things that he can get on a huge discount, all right? I go this time of year because our school where we live, the public school system starts at the beginning of August, right around my birthday, which I hate. In Michigan, we started school the day after Labor Day. I prefer that. I mean, it's fall weather. You can actually wear jeans to school. You still have warm nights or warm days and cool nights. And August is a different world when you have to send your kid to school in tank tops and shorts. It's just weird because I grew up north, okay? But because I know our school starts here in the beginning of August, the beginning of September, they're bringing out the Halloween stuff and they're clearancing out all of the school supplies. I stock up. I've always done this. When the girls were little, because I had 3 girls in school, I had a lot of supplies to take care of. And then I had 4 kids in school. And, well, no, because the girls had moved out by the time little man started school, who is not little anymore. He's like right here. He's so freaking tall. He's getting a beard. You can feel his beard. He's 11. Okay, he just turned 11. He's getting a beard. Anyway, I digress. Now is the time to buy school supplies on clearance and stock up for the next year. It saves you money. You're still going to have a few things that the public schools is like, oh, well, you need this ridiculous amount of notebooks that come home a quarter used. Yeah, I hate that. And And they want them labeled, and they want certain colors, and they want all this stupid, ridiculous stuff. And then you have to supply tissues and Ziploc bags for the whole classroom. And you have to, like, all these extra things. Like, frustrating to me, especially at the cost. Okay, even when they put them on sale, it's like, oh my God, it adds up. I remember one year spending like $200 just on school supplies for the girls. And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. So I stock up. And that way all year round, you want glue sticks? There's glue sticks in the drawer. I got a box of stuff in the closet. Like, let's do this, all right? So this year was no different. I went and I looked, I saw what we had. I knew what I had at home already. I knew what supplies we were going to be using for the school year, because this year and last year, I'm the teacher. I'm in charge of everything. And I know my inventory of school supplies. So I was like, okay, I don't really need a whole lot for homeschooling. And specifically because I know the subjects we're doing, I know he's never been really big on using coloring utensils, so that is not a necessity. And the beauty of homeschool is that you get to cater individually to each child and really help them to blossom and bloom in the subject that they are passionate about, which is my favorite part of homeschooling. And they're not required to take art, for example. For me, I grew up in a very poor neighborhood. We did not have a lot of options for extracurricular classes that were required by the state. And so our options were art, computer, typing. They had like a mechanic shop. And I took a whole lot of art. They even got rid of our music program. I took music and chorus and stuff like that in elementary school, but by the time I moved up to middle school, they got rid of all of that. There was still like after hours choir, but you know, I really like taking music classes. I think I really would have benefited from that. I love music. I love singing. I have always wanted to learn how to play the piano, and I can play a little bit, but not like anything that I can't play from sheet music, but I can make a melody on the computer that sounds good. My son also watch videos and then repeat the sound on his keyboards. And he came to me one day, he was like 4 years old, and he had a little tiny keyboard from the thrift store. And he's like, Mom, listen. And he played the Mario tune, like Super Mario Brothers. He played it on the keyboard, and I was like, you're a freaking genius. You're a freaking genius. How did you do that? He's all, I watched a video. Cool. That was cool. I was impressed. I have a video of that somewhere. He's also really into music a lot. He's been using AI to write the most ridiculous songs ever, but it's funny and it makes me laugh, and I let him do it. And he's been trying to learn how to play different instruments. He has a guitar. He has a little drum pad that hooks to the computer. So he's doing like computer music recording and editing and like creating sounds and stuff. And because he's so technologically interested and he likes the music, I'm like, he could literally make music for video games or movies or anything like that and make a career out of that. I fully support that. So he's actually upstairs right now doing his robotics class for the year, because we're doing robotics this year, which is super cool. And because it's the first week of school, he's, you know... Anyway, I got way sidetracked. I went to Walmart and I found more highlighter tape. And it was clearance for $1. So I have even more. And these are a little bit thinner strips for the graph specifically. And then these are transparent arrow sticker notes. And I figured, I mean, she was kind enough to send me these. I am going to add to my supplies and get some more stuff that might actually be helpful. Now this one I'm going to actually use, and these are plasticky, they're not paper, they feel really good. The same with the tape, like it's plasticky. I'm going to use this in some of my pattern books to say, hey, we're doing this pattern. Or sometimes it's like down further on the page, you do it out the side of the book. Oh, I thought that was cherries. It's roses. Look at, it's cherries. It's roses. So I bought these because these were $1 too. I thought they were cool. So we have lots of cool supplies. Thank you, Ange. And then this, I was also emailed that this was coming. Well, I wasn't emailed. She posted in the Facebook group. This is from, I think it was the Facebook group. Yeah, she did post in the Facebook group. This is from June, otherwise known as Mouse Baby. She said, I saw this while I was shopping for my daughter and I thought of you. I hope you enjoy it. Please don't let these people get to you. You are so kind and generous. Thank you for being you. Thanks for being you, June. And this came from Amazon. Last year, I also received a Pop Frankenstein, which is totally different than this one, but he's still very cool. He's, the one from last year was, I believe, neon colors. So when I have to go to storage and get out some of my Halloween supplies and determine how much I'm actually going to bring home, because I don't know what's happening from day to day. And I don't know, we're moving forward with moving and doing things, but things like we're trying to get our credit together so that we can get a better interest rate, and that means we're paying off things. We're trying to get the house set up, and we're doing a lot of work that I haven't even really talked about. Like, we're doing things here and there just to spruce things up to get a better price when we sell the house. We're doing things so it feels like we're walking through sludge and it's going slow, but but I don't know, and I don't want to bring home and decorate for holidays and then have to take them down and pack them up, you know? So he's actually really super cute, and I really, really like him. So it says Frankenstein from Universal Monsters. And they do have other monsters available. They have Frankenstein's Bride, which I'm not a big fan of. Like, I like Frankie by himself. And then they have the Gillman, the Wolfman, and Dracula. But of course, Frank is my favorite. Isn't he cute? So, I hate keeping the boxes. I don't like keeping them in their boxes, so he's actually going to come out and he's going to join his friends on the shelf, but he's probably going to go over there with my Frankenstein display. And now it's from June, so thank you, June. The box is too far away, but, so yeah, okay, that's the Happy Mail portion. Now we're going to cut here, and we're going to go look at a very short, probably very jumbled video in Michael's, and then I'm going to tell you why the video is so short and jumbled, and we're going to talk about my adventure, and we're going to talk about yarn. I'll be right back. We have successfully found the yarn that I was looking for, and I'm so excited about it. These are the new smash cakes and all of the colors that they had available in the store. And I scanned this really fast because I really didn't plan out a video, but there's a little bit of big twist there, and I really thought that's all the store was going to have. And these are the new macchiato cakes. And this is the one I have right here, is the pinky and the orangey. And those are really pretty, and I like them, but I just like the smash cakes a little better. And then I went down the aisle, and I saw all of the big twists. They had big twists in 3 different parts of the store, but this was the bulk of it. You'll see what I purchased. And then the dreaded Christmas trees. Like, ma'am, it is September. I'm not ready to look at Christmas. I'm still in Halloween mode. And as you can see, they still had boxes that they had left to unpack and put on the shelves, which makes me happy that there's more yarn being loaded at this location. There's a little bit of big twist here too. And I was wondering why they didn't put the big twist in together, but whatever. And these are the new Posh colors, which I'm loving the new Posh colors. And they're much softer.
I want to get like a blanket,
so,
a fluffy as this.
There you have it, the new Posh. And this is the clearance rack. They had a lot of clearance cakes for $5, which makes everybody happy to see a $5 cake because that's just a good price. So there was cloud cakes, and there was, I think these are just chunky cakes. And the blue right there is really pretty. I also like the rainbow one. I did get some of those, but not the rainbow. You'll see. Yay, I'm happy. All right, so wasn't that fun? Now, here's my story, because A long time ago, I deleted the app for Michaels on my phone because I was not going to Michaels. I was not appreciating Michaels. Michaels was not appreciating me back. And I still have a love-hate I have a hate and I deal with relationship with Michaels. Okay? I even posted a video like 2 years ago that me and Michael broke up because I'm done. You know, we're over. The relationship is over with me and Michaels, okay? And I still feel the same, but also there's not options the way there used to be. When I first moved into this house, I had AC Moore, Michaels, and Hobby Lobby all within a small strip area. And then I had to go drive over to Joann's, but like I had so many yarn options, and there was 2 local yarn shops in my city. I had so many options for yarn. And slowly, AC Moore went out of business. Michaels might as well be out of business at my local store. Hobby Lobby is decreasing the yarn section. One of the local yarn shops closed and merged with the other one, and I don't like the other one because all they have is like solid colored yarn. They're big on Rowan, which Rowan is really nice yarn. But it's all like jewel toned and solid colors in their store. That's not Cinema Stitches. I like variegated. I like sparkles. I like hand-dyed local artists. They have very little of that in my local store. So anyway, I have complained so much about my local Michaels store. You probably already heard the story 100 times in different videos. The app tells me that they got stock in, including the yarn I'm looking for, which is the new Smash Cakes, but the black colorway. The reason I wanted the black one is because I bought the fluorescent one, and on their billboard on the side of the rack where the yarn is was a photograph of something that they used the black cake mixed with one of the really brightly colored cakes. And I was like, that is phenomenal. I need to do that. The black cakes were not there. And so I'm looking through my app because Michaels they're proudly announcing we are going to have more yarn on September 3rd or 4th. Because they waited till the Labor Day sales ended to bring out the new yarns at most stores and on their website. And I did notice that. They're like, no, we're not going to actually give you the option to buy this with our really good coupons, but we're going to wait. And I got it on sale, and I still used coupons. I still got a pretty good deal, but that irritated me. So my store says, oh, in stock 5, in stock 7, in stock 12, in stock, in stock, in stock. Big Twist is in stock. Smash Cakes are in stock. Anniversary Cakes are in stock. So I walk in, and for the first time in 2 years, there are employees on the floor in Michaels unboxing stuff in the Halloween department. I'm like, oh, maybe we are in luck. And as I'm walking towards the back corner and looking, empty, 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 empty. The end caps of the shelves that face the main aisle always are the new yarns. Not a speck of yarn on them. Those big center things they use for the new yarn Caron cakes and all that stuff. Empty as empty could be. Like the boxes are still there, but the boxes are completely wiped out. And when I tell you I left the store loudly cussing because I was irritated. Because like I said, I've already had, like last week felt like 3 weeks all combined into one. This past week has been, I'm gonna cuss. It's been a shit show, okay? It's been a shit show, and we're just like, there has been parts this week where I'm walking through like a zombie, because like, you guys know I got sick, and then like, oh my god. It was a whole shit storm, okay? It was just, this week was crap. And so, I was so irritated from the constant going into Michaels and there being nothing there and the app being wrong, and like just that store specifically irritates me. I was cussing on my way out the door out loud. My son is trailing behind me, but I was cussing. I was probably being ridiculous, okay? And I know this about myself, but I was having a bad week and I was already irritated, and I was like high level anxiety, and I just wanted to go get the yarn that the app said was the store because I've been waiting, and I want to make things and I want it, and I also haven't been crocheting, so my crazy levels are like real high right now. Like, you know, so I got to the door literally saying, I hate this stupid store, like they never have yarn, and the lady at the cash register, she's all, have a nice day. Thanks for coming in. I was like, I looked at her and I smiled. I was like, thank you. And I walked out because I knew I was being ridiculous. I was being the epitome of a Karen. Sorry, Karen. I know you hate when I say that. But I was in a mood. And just yesterday specifically when we went to Michael's was, by the time I went to bed, it had felt like I had lived through 3 days. And because I was sick 2 days prior, I actually went, I don't know, like 36 hours without a single minute of sleep. Like I hadn't eaten for 3 days. And just like, I'm telling you, like, this week was hard. It was really, really crazy. And so it was kind of like just festering underneath the surface, you know. And I looked at my son and I was like, you know what? And I'm going to tell you this about me. I don't get on the freeway by myself. I don't like driving on the freeway. I'm not scared to drive on the freeway, and I like driving fast. I just hate our local freeway. It's so bad. And I don't go places without other adults with me. I don't really go places with just me and Lucas. And I was like, let's just go. Because I just need to go. I need to get out of the house. We're going to go on an adventure. And my adventure, thinking I was running up to my local Michael's, which was maybe a half an hour trip altogether, ended up being I didn't come home until dinner time. And I really, really liked that. It was probably crazy and it was weird, but like, and he was so good. And I know he's going to be bad today just because I said that, but he was so good, and he was quiet, and we listened to music on the ride, and he, you know, he's a preteen, acts like he's an adult. He was sitting next to me looking at his phone, you know, and his phone is not an activated phone. It is just a phone with apps and stuff on it because he's 11. And he can still message me on it as long as he has Wi-Fi, but we went to a couple stores, just him and I, and we went to the Up North Michael's. And I told you guys last time I went to Michael's, I went to the Up North store and I asked her, and she said, we're getting a big shipment in, and I can't say for sure that we're going to have Big Twist or that we're going to have the new smash cakes. She said, but it's a big shipment. And I was like, all right, I'll come back next week. And I didn't make it that next week. And so when I went yesterday, they had yarn. And you guys saw what they had. I showed you already. I was so excited. I was like, all right, I'm going to get some yarn. And then I pulled up my app and I had coupons, and the yarn was buy one, get one half off, which means every skein of yarn is 25% off if you don't know how to do the math on that. Buy one, get one free is both yarns are 50% off, just to do the math, if they're the same price. Buy one, get one half off, both skeins of yarns are 25% off. So I also had a coupon in my app, 15% off everything you buy, including sale items. So that means every skein of yarn is 35% off. Now, that makes me happy. The way that they did it on the receipt, though, they did each skein as a different price. So I actually paid $1.90 for one of the Big Twists, which is the price Joann's was charging on the going out of business sale. So we'll go over all of that. I did buy some more Posh because I really like the new colors. And stupid me could not remember what colors I already bought. Real talk. I couldn't. Where are my scissors? I hate using this thing. I cut myself with it too many times. You know what? we're gonna... I tied these because I was driving around in my van yesterday and they were rolling around the back seat and they actually spilled out. And my van gets used for a lot of things and my van is not clean. There's hay pieces on the ground and grass bits, and like there's kid stuff that people left in my car. Like I have a mom van, okay? I do. It's the family vehicle for the most part. So I could not remember which shade of pink that I had or I purchased previous, and now I'm looking over there because right there I got this one already, but it's a pretty color pink, so I'm not mad. So I got the 2 different color shades of pink, and neither of these are the pink I have from Joann's. I'm gonna turn you guys. See this pink dot right here? That is the electric pink version of this, which we're gonna recap for those of you who are new here or didn't watch my other videos. Joann's had the Big Twist Posh. Michaels bought it and released the first set of their version, which is Posh Pearl. It was supposed to be the same formula from the same manufacturer. The first batch of the Posh Pearl, which was pastel colors, was not at all soft and did not feel like, look like, or work up like the original Posh. The newer colors feel like the original. So I think we're back on track with that. So I bought 2 of the pink because I couldn't remember which pink I already had, and I wanted the other one because if you can't tell, pink is one of my favorite colors. And I say one of because I have a lot of favorite colors, but I like rainbow, I like neons, I love pink, and I love purple, and I love turquoise. So I bought them both because I couldn't remember which one of these I had. And yes, I could have watched a video, but can you imagine standing in the middle of a store and opening a video of yourself talking out loud and skimming through it? You look crazy. So I was not going to do that. I just bought 1 of each. I was like, I'll have 2 of one of the pinks, this one, and then I'll have the other color that I have wanted. These are polyester yarn, 233 yards. I use these for amigurumis, which is little stuffies. It's a bulky weight number 5. This is the color bright pink. This is the color, I think, raspberry. Yeah, raspberry bright pink. Which is funny because the raspberry is more bright pink than the bright pink. And then the one over there is like, oh, hot strawberry or some hot watermelon, something like that. It's like really neon pink. So now I have 3 shades of Posh in pink, so I can make myself. And I think the only thing pink that I have made has been my Triceratops. And how cute is a pink Triceratops? I also have a green one, and the pink one is sparkly. And then I bought this color because I have been eyeing it since they released the new bolder colors of the Posh at Michaels. So they have the navy blue that I showed, they have the teal, they have the new shades of pink. I don't remember what other colors they had in store, but I really love this shade of teal, and it's actually, it's darker than what, like, it's dark teal. This is called dark green, but it's blue green, so it's like there's so much blue in it. I'm just gonna call it teal, and I think it's really beautiful. And like I said, the new formula of the Posh, the darker colors of the Posh, not the pastels, much softer, much squishier. I do have my receipt, which requires my glasses. My vision is getting worse. I cannot see anything anywhere near close to my face. Now if you hold it across the room I can read it, but yeah, no, not happening. Which is funny because my husband now has to take his glasses off to see things close to him, and I have to put mine on because it's not happening. And I looked at him, I was like, we are a mess, we're getting old. As we both crawled into bed with our bones cracking and aching. Who knew 46 was so old? Actually, when I was younger, I thought 46 was ancient. Now I'm sitting here like, I look good for 46, okay? I do. I do. And I am getting more and more energy every day. And honestly, I feel better than I have in years. Physically. Aside from getting violently sick last week. Alright. So, like I said, they were buy one, get one half off, and then with coupon was an extra 15% off. So this one says that the Posh yarn was regularly $9.99 and they charged $8.50 for that one. Posh Pearl $8.49 for the second one. One, two. And the third one was $4.25. I think that's a fantastic deal. So regularly $9.99. Two of them were $8.50 each. $8.50, $8.49, and the third one was $4.25. I will take that all day long. All right, now I also got some other stuff. I did get a couple of skeins of Big Twist, but with a reason. Because I was not about to pay $4.50 for Big Twist when I got it for $2.99 every couple weeks. And a lot of you have felt the same. We're going to rip it. We're going to rip it. I tried. It's not opening. I'm going to pull everything. Well, I'm going to pull these out because we're going to talk about the Big Twist first. Now, because I got 3 Posh, I got 3 of the Big Twists because buy one, get one half off. I needed an even amount. Now, what I could have did is I could have did 4 and 4, and then it would have been buy one, get one half off. Buy one, get one half off. And it probably would have saved me more money in the long run. But it's fine that I bought a Posh and got a Big Twist half off. That doesn't bother me at all. Because at least it wasn't full price, right? So, the reason I got these, and I showed you what they had. They had quite a good selection considering. I have had these before, and I have some of this colorway in my Christmas yarn up there. But also, this is like Bloody Halloween. And I'm in the mood for Bloody Halloween right now. Okay? And so, because I have some in my Christmas yarn, I also have the green version of this. I'll tell you all about this in a minute. I wanted another red for my Halloween bucket for blood. And then I love the blue version, and I couldn't find this when Joann's was going out of clearance or going out of business. And I found a lot of other yarns, but the blue specifically I was on the lookout for. And so when they had it, I grabbed 2 of those. So this is the Big Twist value. It's 269 yards. This, I believe, was considered one of their ombres, or if you go to, it's either Hirschner's or Annie's Attic has this, but it's listed under the ombres. And what it is it's like a watercolored yarn. So there's a base color of the red or the blue or the green or the purple. And then it looks like it's almost hand dyed where like the darker color is splotched on. And this is the color Cherry Mix, which that's what it looks like because my camera's trying to blow it out. It's giving me Bloody Valentine. It's given Bloody Halloween. It also looks beautiful next to the green version for Christmas. So that's why I wanted one in my Halloween bucket as well. Worst to wait for. And then I got 2 in the color Pool Time because this is really pretty. And this is for no other reason than I thought it was pretty and I really like the colors. And it's the same. It's a lighter color with a darker base on it. See, why does it do perfect with the blue, but the red is like, I don't know what to do with the red. See? Cameras and computers don't like the color red for some reason, and they're not a big fan of the color white. It'll blow everything out that's white. I'm going to do a battery change. I will be right back. Alright, so like I said, those are originally $4.49 at Michael's. I paid... The receipt has so much information. It has the yarn, the SKU, the regular price, how many I bought, the price for both, the buy one get one 50% off price, and then the 15% off discount. And it's listed like that, so there's a lot of information on here. So the cherry, this one cost me $1.90 because this was the buy one get one half off, and then they gave me 15% off. So this one cost me $1.90, and the 2 of these cost $2.86 each, which was a total of $5.71 for both of the blue ones. So regularly $4.50, I paid $5.71 for both. All right, now moving right along. They also had at the Up North store yarn on the clearance rack. And when you see $5 cakes, you have to at least go look. And I think I did show you that in the video. These are soft. I don't think I've ever had a cloud cake. And it was really, these colors remind me of my younger sister. Like, these are her jam all day long. And you see this one rolled around on my backseat floor, so there's like bits of, I don't know, dried hay, stuff off the floor. We'll flip it around so you can see it. This stuff is soft. This feels like, I mean, it's a cloud cake, but it feels like a cloud. It's so, like, I just want to rub it on my face. It also is kind of, no, it's not. It's softer than the, where are the fuzzy cakes? Not the latte cakes. It's right there. I just touched it. I just can't see the name of it. I dropped the ball out of the label. The Halo, Colorama Halo. These are softer than that. I think these are polyester. Yes, they are. 100% polyester. So, I could essentially use this for amigurumi, but I'm not gonna. Because this is a 4-weight, and it would work. But I don't like doing self-striping yarn on amigurumi because it just looks kind of funky to me. I've seen other people do it and it's adorable, but for me, like, that's not my thing. And I really, there's a lot of yardage in here, so I was thinking I want to make something that you can cuddle with, either like something that goes by your face or like something that you can wear on your head, something that's going to touch your skin constantly. A blanket would be beautiful out of this yarn. All right, let's see. It is 8.5 ounces. It's 760 yards per cake for $5 because it's clearanced. Medium weight number 4, machine washable and dryable. That's a positive. This is the color Tidal Wave, and I got 2 of them because they were $5 each. And I don't think they took an additional discount off because it was clearance. Cloud Cake, no, they didn't give me an additional 15% off. So it was 2 for $10, which is basically buy one, get one free. No, actually it's better than that. It's like buy one, get one free with the discount, because these are like $12.99 regular. This says was $6.99. These were not $6.99. These were, all their cakes are $12.99. So they might have been on clearance $6.99, then turned into $5, but they were not $6.99. So these are really, really soft. Really, like, oh, that, I just want to go lay on the couch and just rub it. I just want to rub it. So, all right, now, I saved the best for last, okay? I saved the cakes I was actually looking for and lusting after. And I'm telling you, I was lusting after this. I was lusting after it in a bad way. Do you see how gorgeous that is? Do I like working with black yarn? No, because I can't see it. But I've told you guys before, I have a light that goes over my couch. And I've linked it in a couple different videos. And if you want the link again, remind me in the comments. But it's a light that comes out like this, and it's got a it's got, what do you call the necks where it like is adjustable? Not like the one with the spring. I hate the things with the springs. Those never stand up, okay? But it's like you can adjust it. So I bring the light over like this, like right here where I'm working. And you can make it brighter and dimmer, and you can change the color tone so it's either more yellow or more blue or more white. That's the only way that I can work with black yarn. And I gotta have my glasses on. I know some of you like your neck lights. I like my neck light. I have 2 of them. But here's the problem. When you set them here, and when I move a lot, do you see what happens to the neck light? Because I have really big boobs. Okay. So when I'm crocheting, the neck light is constantly doing this and not staying focused where I want it to go, or it's slipping to the side, or like it's frustrating. So my lamp doesn't ever touch me. It's not being affected by the fact that my arms are moving when I'm crocheting, because this is, look at this is what it looks like when I'm crocheting. See? You looked at my boobs. I mess with you guys. Okay, so I really like this one. I really like this one. I have, the reason I wanted the black is, like I said earlier, and I do have 3 colorways of this prior, but this is the one I want to work with the black, because whatever picture was on the side of the rack where they were carrying these at in my local Michaels had something worked up with these 2 yarns together, and it just looked so stunning to me. Now this yarn works up very, very busy. And a few people in my Facebook group have actually worked it up already, and they were like, this is really busy, I don't know what to do with it. Mix it with the solid. If you can't find the black and you have the multicolored, pick one of these colored yarns and use it to break up every other row, every couple of rows. It will not look so busy. And I've done that in, I think, the Boggy Creek blanket that I designed for a tutorial, which is here on the channel. I did that with the Serenity Candy Shop yarn, or is it Candy? Serenity Candy. It's right there, and of course the labels are facing away from me. Serenity Candy is very busy like this, and it doesn't have the cool zebra striping on it though, but it's very busy, and it was a little too busy even for me. And I like busy, and I like loud, and I like bright colors, and I like, oh, look at that, that's wild. I love that. But I don't like it too busy. I like to pick a color, like I did with this sweater right here is very busy neon, and I broke it up with stripes of purple, and I wore that in another video. I like to break it up if it's too busy. Put a solid in between there, and it makes it look better. It kind of draws your eye out away from it instead of, oh, that's it. When it's too busy, it looks one color. So this is all neons. And there's beautiful tones of purple and pink and all kind, but from a distance it looks very yellow green. So when I put the purple, and I know it's hard to tell back there because it's just dark. When I put the purple in there, it drew your eye more to the other colors that are in the fabric, and that is my intention with doing this. So I'm going to recover what these two yarns are. This is the new Caron Smash Cakes. This one is very fluorescent-y. It is Turquoise Punch, and it's fluorescent. You see that green is just popping, the pink is popping. It's fluorescent, okay? This is the version, this is the Tropical Punch colorway. I also have it in two different like purpley pink shades. One is purpley pink and the other one is purpley pink and blue. And they're much darker colors. So I have two in the Turquoise Punch. I almost called it Tropical Punch. And it's very, very colorful. And these are 432 yards, 100% acrylic, machine washable and dryable. And then the black version of the Smash Cake is the color Licorice, which was my dad's favorite candy, and I am not a fan of licorice. I mean, I like red licorice, I don't like black licorice. My dad loved black jelly beans and black licorice. Look how pretty that is. The white just, it's so extra. That little bit of the white, it's like a reverse zebra. So, whereas this has the black going through as a zebra, they use the white as the zebra on here. It's just dynamic. It makes me want to look at it. And the way that it's swirled in here is so visually stimulating to my brain. Just, I love it. I'm so stoked I found. Now they had 3 balls, but I could have bought 3, and I probably should have bought 3. And I probably should have bought another one of this so I can make anything as large as I want. But it's 400 yards. And so I have 1,600 yards between the 4 cakes. These are a little on the thick side of a 4. And it says use a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. I would probably even use a 6 or a 6.5 millimeter crochet hook on this. But that is going to be so beautiful together. And also, I'm not the kind of person to go wipe off a shelf just because I can. So I left one behind, so if somebody else came behind me and wanted it and found it, they were happy, and you're welcome, I left that for you. And I hope you enjoy it. Make something beautiful for yourself, because that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to mix these together. And a couple people were asking in the Facebook group, like, what are you going to make with that? What is your plan? The thing that was on what gave me the inspiration to put these together and what made me want this one so bad, the display, it was like a big shawl or a wrap or something like that. And I'm totally thinking a shawl or something to go over my shoulders, like another I have made several times big, giant, oversized shawls for the cool fall nights when you're sitting around the fire. Because we have a fire pit in the backyard. And I love sitting around the fire with my family and just roasting marshmallows or hot dogs or whatever over the fire, and just blankets or big, giant shawls wrapped around you. To me, that is just the best thing in the world, is me and the people I love around a fire. I have a lot of memories growing up of being around a campfire. You know, we couldn't vacation, but we could go camping once every couple years. Because even that was expensive when you're poor, okay? And so I think I want to make myself a big, brightly colored, beautiful, exotic, and I'm thinking like a big blanket shawl or poncho or something like that I can just wrap around myself when I'm sitting outside roasting marshmallows. And I don't even mind that it's gonna. Note to self: clean off your SD cards when you're done. 512 gigabytes, and I filled it because I haven't cleaned off videos from apparently Halloween of last year. So this video is going to be split on 2 different cards. Anyway, what you probably didn't finish hearing me say, because my camera's like, oh, you're out of memory. No warning, just off. Is that I don't mind it smelling like campfire, because I really, really love the smell of campfire left over in your hair and in your clothes. And I know that's probably weird to some people, but it's so comforting to me. It's so comforting. So, this yarn's soft and squishy. It's Caron cake. I mean, Caron cakes are very similar to each other, especially when it's just the acrylic ones. Now, this cloud cake surprised me at how soft it was, because I don't have any cloud cakes. I don't think I've ever had a cloud cake. I don't think I've ever bought a cloud cake, used a cloud cake. Because, honestly, I think I was probably prejudiced to it because it was polyester. And I was like, I don't like working with polyester, because I don't. Which is stupid, because I buy so much of it now that I make amigurumis. I like it now. I didn't like it for a long time, but that's really soft for $5. And so the black licorice cakes, is this the right receipt? Were regularly $12.99, and I paid $8.29 each. So they gave me, right? Yeah. They gave me $6.49 off, and then $2.92 off on top of that. So for the 2 of them, it was $16.57 for 2 smash cakes. My grand total for 5 cakes, 3 balls of Big Twist, and 3 balls of Posh was $55.42, and I earned a $5 reward. So I'm going to count that as an extra $5 off the total, because that's how girl math works. And so it was $50 because I got a rebate. Girl math. So what yarn were you the most excited to see? This one? This one? These are smash cakes. The cloud cakes. Have you used the cloud cakes? Do they work up as good as they feel? Big Twist or the Posh? What's your personal cup of tea? And if you don't like any of these yarns and you don't like using any of these yarns, you can tell me that too. I'm not going to be offended, because I am sure there are yarns you use that I cannot use or I don't like, and that's okay. We're allowed to have a differencing of opinion. Perfectly fine. Now here's the problem. I have a list as long as my leg of things I want to do by the end of the year. And because Premier keeps releasing these gorgeous new yarns, my list keeps getting longer. This week I planned on, well, first of all, it also homeschool started. So like, I should have known I wasn't going to get nothing done. I didn't plan on getting sick. I didn't plan on a whole bunch of other crap happening. Okay? I was preparing for the yarn launch. I was excited. I was preparing for, homeschool. I was excited. And just, man, monkey wrench after monkey wrench after monkey wrench was getting thrown in the works, And so I planned on this week or last week, whenever you're seeing this, to work on the stupid trick-or-treat part. I wanted to make a couple things for my Woobles kit. I wanted to do the hooded, I wanted to finish the hooded cowl, which now I'm going to frog out because I don't like the way it turned out at all. And I'm going to redo it, which irritates me. I hate doing that. I want to make a neon colored cardigan, fluorescent, if you will. I want to make this into a big giant wrap. I want to make something beautiful out of this and put it next to my face. The list goes on and on and on. And I just feel like I wish I could split into two people and just... This personality is just going to sit and crochet and create all day long. And then this personality over here is going to do the chores and be a mom and cook dinner and be a homeschool teacher. And I just... Can we please make two? I probably need three of me. I'm going to be real honest. I need three. Because that's where my life is in this moment. I need to be three different people and I can't. I need to give myself grace and patience and understanding. And I'm working on it, folks. I'm working on it. 1 second at a time. Bentley, actually, look at, he's being such a good boy. By the way, because I don't know if this video is coming out Saturday or coming out Tuesday, because I haven't decided yet, thank you for all the birthday wishes for him. He even got a couple of little gift card gifts for him. I got a gift card gift for me. Congratulate me for losing 50 pounds, which is fantastic. I've actually lost 51 pounds now. Being sick, like, my weight was falling off at this point, but I know that once I bounce back and start eating again, I'm going to swell up because my body's like, wait a minute, food, water. 5 pounds of water weight instantaneously like that. But that's par for the course when you're trying to be healthy. And so many people told me I was looking so good. I think it's the purple hair. I don't know. I feel prettier with purple hair. I really do. I love the pink. I liked the red. The red was sexy. Like, I'm a little vixen with red hair, but like the purple, I can still be a vixen with purple hair. Okay? I'm a yarn vixen, okay? Anyway, thank you so much for spending this time with me and all my insanity. And thank you to Ange and to June for the Happy Mail. I really, really do appreciate the Frankenstein and the highlighter tape. I cannot wait to use it on my pattern, because having to keep opening the cap of the pattern and write and then close it so I don't write on myself or the yarn and put it back down was irritating. Whereas moving the sticker down, so much easier. Especially if I put little tabs on the end so that I can easily grab it off the paper and then put it back down again. Yeah, that's going to be cool. I saw lights flashing like somebody drove down the street. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go, and I will see you in the next one, whenever that is, because like I said, I don't know what day I'm planning on actually releasing this video. But, yeah, I love you guys. I hope you know that, and I wish nothing but the best for all of us. And, go into the world, or if you are homebound, just be in your own world, and just try to be positive, try to be happy, try to be loving, if only to yourself or your pets. This world's a real hard place to live in, and I know some of you understand because you have chronic illness or because you have things that are hard in your life that you're dealing with, and I know because you guys message me all the time. If you're dealing with something, you are, even if you're not dealing with something, you are in my daily thoughts and prayers. Every single 40 whatever thousand, I don't even know how many there are of you. I don't even know how many there are of you. What kind of yarn host am I? I don't even know how many fans I have. 46,225 as of today. Every single one of the 46,225 of you, and all of you that watch but don't subscribe, I'm thinking each and every one of you. I am. And I'm sending you love and light and positivity and all the love that you can handle from me. I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.